Let's follow up on deleting DTC passability file with the obvious, which is deleting the shadow file. Go and check my website. Go check my blog there, ozzoy.com/oblog. Go check my gumroad with lots of good stuff. Go and check it out. It really helps. And thanks for that. Yeah, so you see, this is the exactly same machine that we recovered from deleting the passability file. It's exactly the same one. So let's cut to the chase and delete. Well, this is not what I want to do. Let's delete DTC shadow. Done. Okay, and let's see what are the consequences here. So one of the consequences here is, since you delete the shadow file, you will be unable to log in with any password. Okay, so if you do this and you do oopsie, I deleted the file. If you don't leave the root logins, the root shell, if you have any root shell available, because not even sudo it will work at this point. So if you have a working root shell, you can recover. Okay, you can recover. It's the same process we did for the passability file, because the shadow file also has the same file, the dash file that passability has. So when you do something that touches the passability, like changing passwords with the passability and that stuff, so it will actually create the dash file for you. So it follows the same rules that the passability file does. Okay, and when you change the passwords, when you set password rules, when you use any utility that actually touches the shadow file, it will create the dash file, or you create it yourself and you just need to copy one to the other and you're good to go. But sometimes you don't really notice that this happens. So we log out and this user is still here. I close the window and here I will just open a new one and see what happens. So everything looks to be okay. I don't see any big issues, any big problems. But when I try, for example, to SU to another user, I am unable to do so. So if you notice that this happens while still logged in to any root shell, you can recover with the dash file. If you don't, here's how to recover. If you're watching this on a short form, come check the long form video and I'll see you there. For the long form peeps, so let's do the recovery. So this will start with a reboot. Okay, so you need to reboot the machine any way that you can. I cannot show this part because it kind of reveals some private stuff, but I will show you the next phase. So just start to issue the reboot. Okay, and you just need to stop grub from booting. Okay, give me a second, and I'll show you what I mean. So basically, you just need to be here, stop here. Okay, and of course I did some boo-boo. Let me go back here. I waited too long. So here we go. So you come here and you stop here. You just edit out this, okay? And you do the usual init equals /bin/bash, okay? If you want to try the rd.break, you can do also, but for these things, I like to use the init thingy-majiggy. Now, I'm going to do the, I'll show you the command blown up so you can see better, okay? So I just do the mount, -o, remount, r//, okay? So sometimes you need to do this, sometimes you don't need to do this. You just need to check if your root file system is read-only or read-write, okay? If it's read-only, which is my case, you need to do this so you can write on the root file system. Okay. Sometimes you need to do this. Sometimes you don't need to do this. Okay. So we come back to the normal stuff. Now you just do cp etc shadow dash to etc shadow. You just overwrite with the dash. It's the latest version that we have available at this point, unless you have some sort of SAR to backup files or any other process or manual copy. So this is the most recent one I have, which is fine for me. So it may not be the most recent, but at least we'll just put things back at working order. okay? Because even though if I would reboot this machine for its normal state, things will just break, services will not start. Sometimes it will boot, sometimes it will not, but for the most part it will not boot. Similar to the passwd file, because applications, services, and system processes need this file, so it just will not boot at all, or boot very crippled. But even if it boots, you cannot log in, right? So what's the use? So just do this. And of course, when I say this, it's based on my personal experience. It doesn't mean that everybody will have the same results, or it doesn't mean that everyone will see the same thing, because every Linux box is different. But deleting shadow file will hinder the normal operation. That's a guarantee for the most part. So now, don't forget to leave the auto reliable. If you are using SL Linux, you need to leave this hint here. So so SL Linux can recover your SL Linux contacts at this point. If you are doing this before the reboot, if you notice that you delete the shadow file and you are recovering the file, and you are recovering everything before the reboot occurs, and you want to avoid this, I will show you next. Okay, so now you just trigger the reboot /init6. This is going to hopefully trigger SL Linux to do its thing, and now we wait. Yep, system is back up and running. Yeah. So if you notice that you have rebooted the system and you did not notice that you deleted the shadow file, so this is what you do. But next, let's check out how can you recover the system if you notice that you have deleted it and you did not reboot it, and you are still in some sort of root shell. Now let's recover the system if you kind of notice and you are aware that you deleted the shadow file and you were hasty and you want to recover without that reboot and thingy-majiggy. So you still have a working root terminal, okay? And you did, oh shit, I deleted the file, what to do now? So basically you can do this, okay? So you basically do the copy thing and you recover the file from the dash format. It's as easy as that. But if you do this, the SL Linux contacts will be not good, okay? The SL Linux will be not good. As you can see, after the copy, the SL Linux contacts were just not good. Why do I know they are not good? Because for this video purpose, I got the SL Linux contacts before deleting and after and before copying. So this is a healthy this is a healthy shadow file. So of course this is tailored for YouTube, and I prepared things. But if you are, and I scripted this, but if you are in a real emergency situation, which it has happened to me, you should use or go to a healthy system and check this for yourself. So this is only a problem if you are actually using enforcing mode on SLX. If SLX is disabled, this is not an issue. So you go to a healthy system, like a working server, you go to your test systems, you go to your testing VMs, and check out what are the correct contexts for a healthy working shadow file on that specific system. In this case, it's a RHEL system. You should compare apples to apples. But for the most part, this should be, for the most part, what you see. And a healthy system should list system U, object R, shadow T, blah, 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 blah. So this is the healthy SLNux file with its healthy SLNux file contexts. And after you do this, this is what you get. This is what you get with the new version of that copy, which is some of them are okay, some of them are not, okay? For the most part, this is kind of the different thing. Doesn't matter what this is. It's just different, okay? Doesn't matter what this is exactly. So this is how you fix it. You fix it in a similar way as we fix on a possibility file, which go check that video out. I will link that to the at the end of this video. You'll just do you do a chcon and a type and a system user and user context, and it should be fixed. So this is kind of the main thing in Majiggy. I use this because I already had this ready. I just copy paste it. So in this case, you see that it's the same. So it should not be needed. But in this case, I was just copy pasting and it's done. Okay, just make it simpler. This changed, and after this change, I listed, and this looks exactly the same as this. Okay, so it looks the same as this. It's the same thing. So it's fixed. Let's just give it a quick test, but I don't see why will this not work. So let's go back here. Just do a CUA, and everything is just sorry for the WhatsApp popping here, clients popping and asking stuff. It's okay. I love them. So yeah, it's fixed. So this is what happens if you delete a shadow file, possible consequences, and multiple ways to recover from this. I hope this helps someone. Nope. Well, here I am. I know this will help someone out there. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment. It really helps. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.